Justin Drew Bieber is a Canadian singer. Bieber is recognized for his genre-melding musicianship and has played an influential role in modern-day popular music. He was discovered by American record executive Scooter Braun and signed with RBMG Records in 2008, gaining recognition with the release of his debut 7-track EP My World and soon establishing himself as a teen idol. Bieber achieved commercial success with his teen pop-driven debut studio album, My World 2.0, which debuted atop the US Billboard 200, making him the youngest solo male act to top the chart in 47 years. The album spawned the internationally successful single Baby, which became one of the highest certified singles of all time in the US. His second studio album, Under the Mistletoe, became the first Christmas album by a male artist to debut at number 1 in the US. Bieber experimented with dance pop in his third studio album, Believe, and went on to become the first artist in history with 5 US number 1 albums at age 18. Between 2013 and 2014, Bieber was involved in multiple controversies and legal issues, which had a drastic impact on his public image. In 2015, Bieber explored EDM with the release of Where Are You Now, which won the Grammy Award for Best Dance/Electronic Recording. The song's musical direction played an instrumental role in his fourth studio album, Purpose, which produced 3 US number 1 singles, Love Yourself, Sorry, and What Do You Mean? He became the first artist in history to occupy the entire top 3 of the UK singles chart. Bieber diversified on numerous collaborations between 2016 and 2017, including I'm the One and his remix to Despacito, both reaching number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 a week apart, making him the first artist in history to chart new number 1 songs in consecutive weeks. Despacito was named the greatest Latin song of all time by Billboard and earned Bieber his career first Latin Grammy Award. In 2019, he released a country collaboration with Dan and Shay, 10,000 Hours, which won the Grammy Award for Best Country Duo/Group Performance. In 2020, Bieber released his R&B-led fifth studio album, Changes, which debuted at number 1 in both the UK and US, and a standalone duet with Ariana Grande, Stuck With You, which debuted atop the US Billboard Hot 100. Bieber returned to his pop roots on his sixth studio album, Justice. It produced the worldwide hit Peaches and debuted atop the US Billboard 200, making him the youngest soloist to have 8 US number 1 albums, a record held previously by Elvis Presley since 1965. The same year, Bieber released Stay with the Kid Laroi, which became his 8th US number 1 single. Bieber is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with estimated sales of over 150 million records worldwide. He is credited with 3 diamond certifications from the RIAA for Baby, Sorry and Despacito. He has received numerous accolades, including 2 Grammy Awards, 1 Latin Grammy Award, 8 Juno Awards, 2 Brit Awards, 1 Bambi Award, 26 Billboard Music Awards, 18 American Music Awards, 21 MTV Europe Music Awards, 23 Teen Choice Awards, and 33 Guinness World Records. Time named Bieber one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2011, and he was included on Forbes' list of the top 10 most powerful celebrities in 2011, 2012, and 2013. Early life. Justin Drew Bieber was born on March 1, 1994, at St. Joseph's Hospital in London, Ontario, and was raised in Stratford. He is the son of Jeremy Jack Bieber and Patty Mallet, who were never married. Mallet's mother Diane and stepfather Bruce helped her raise her son. Bieber's ancestry includes French-Canadian, Irish, English, Scottish, and German. Through his father, Jeremy, Bieber has 3 younger half-siblings. Jeremy and his ex-girlfriend, Erin Wagner, who broke up in 2014 after 7 years together, have 2 children, daughter Jasmine and son Jackson. Jeremy married his girlfriend Chelsea in February 2018, and they have a daughter named Bay. Bieber also has a stepsister named Ellie, the daughter of his stepmother. Patty worked a series of low-paying office jobs, raising Bieber as a single mother in low-income housing. Bieber has maintained contact with his father. Bieber attended a French-language immersion elementary school in Stratford, the Jean Sauve Catholic School. He graduated from high school in Stratford, the St. Michael Catholic Secondary School, in 2012 with a 4.0 GPA. Growing up, he learned to play the piano, drums, guitar, and trumpet. In early 2007, aged 12, Bieber sang Ne Yo So Sick for a local singing competition in Stratford and was placed second. Mallet posted a video of the performance on YouTube for their family and friends to see. She continued to upload videos of Bieber singing covers of various R&B songs, and Bieber's popularity on the site grew. In the same year, Bieber busked shows in front of Avon Theatre steps with a rented guitar during tourism season. Career 2008-2009, Career Beginnings and I My World/I. None. 2010-2011, I My World 2.0/I, I Never Say Never/I, and I Under the Mistletoe/I. None. 2012-2014, I Believe/I, I Journals/I, and other appearances. None. 2015-2017, I Purpose/I. None. 2017-2019, collaborations. On April 17, 2017, Puerto Rican singers Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee released a remix for their song Despacito featuring Bieber. It was the first song by Bieber in which he sings in Spanish. The remix became a worldwide success and broke major chart records around the world. The song reached number 1 in the US and joined Macarena as the only English/Spanish songs to reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It tied the then record for the most weeks at number 1 in Billboard Hot 100 history. The song spent a record 56 weeks at number 1 on Billboard's Hot Latin Songs chart and broke the then record for most weeks at number 1 on the Digital Songs Sales chart. The remix is the most viewed song of all time on the crowdsourced media knowledge base Genius, with 23.3 million views. The song earned Bieber his first career Latin Grammy. As of September 2021, Despacito holds the number 1 position on the Greatest of All Time Hot Latin Songs chart and number 5 on the Greatest of All Time Songs of the Summer chart by Billboard. Bieber, along with rappers Quavo, Chance the Rapper, and Lil Wayne, provided vocals on DJ Khaled's single I'm the One, released on April 28, 2017. The song debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Bieber's second number 1 debut and his fourth song to top the chart. 1 week later, Despacito topped the charts in the US, which became his fifth number 1 single and made Bieber the first artist in history to notch new no. 1s in back-to-back weeks. I'm the One also reached number 1 on Billboard's Hot Rap Songs and Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs charts. On June 9, 2017, French DJ David Guetta released To You, in which Bieber was featured. The first music video for To You features Victoria's Secret models lip-syncing to the song. On August 17, 2017, Bieber released the single Friends with American record producer and songwriter Blood Pop. Songwriters Julia Michaels and Justin Tranter, having previously worked with him on Sorry in 2015. At the 60th Annual Grammy Awards, Despacito received 3 nominations for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Pop Duo/Group Performance respectively. Bieber did not attend the show to perform the nominated song, claiming that he would not make any award show appearances until his next album was finished. In July 2018, Bieber reunited with DJ Khaled in No Brainer, CO featuring again with Chance the Rapper and Quavo. The single peaked in the top 5 of the Hot 100 and reached number 1 on Billboard's Hot R&B Songs chart. He was also featured in the accompanying music video. On April 21, 2019, Bieber delivered a surprise performance at the 2019 Coachella Music Festival, marking his first live performance in 2 years, and teased his return to music with a new album. On May 10, 2019, British singer Ed Sheeran and Bieber released the single I Don't Care, from Sheeran's album No. 6 Collaborations project. The pair had previously collaborated, with Sheeran co-writing Bieber's 2015 song Love Yourself, and 2016 song Cold Water with Major Lazer. I Don't Care became a worldwide hit, reaching number 1 in 26 countries, while peaking at number 2 in the United States. Bieber later featured on a remix of Billie Eilish's breakthrough single Bad Guy, which was released on July 11. On October 4, 2019, Bieber and country music duo Dan and Shay released the song 10,000 Hours, which peaked at number 4 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It became the highest charting non-holiday country song in the history of the Billboard Streaming Songs chart and spent 21 weeks at number 1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart. As a result, Bieber became the first act in history to reach number 1 on 7 multi-metric charts: Hot 100, Hot Country Songs, Hot Dance/Electronic Songs, Hot Latin Songs, Hot R&B Songs, Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs, and Hot Rap Songs. It earned Bieber his second Grammy Award for Best Country Duo/Group Performance at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. On October 14, 2019, Bieber became the youngest solo male artist to spend 200 cumulative weeks in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. 2020-present, I Changes/I, I Justice/I, and I Freedom/I. None. Artistry. Musical style. Bieber's music is mainly pop, R&B, and occasionally dance pop or EDM. In 2010, Jody Rosen of Rolling Stone asserted that the content of his music was offering a gentle introduction to the mysteries and heartaches of adolescence, songs flushed with romance but notably free of sex itself. During the initial years of his career, his musical style was noted for being aimed to a more teen pop and bubblegum-ish direction. In January 2012, Bieber told V Magazine, "I want to do it at my own pace. I don't want to start singing about things like sex, drugs, and swearing. I'm into love, and maybe I'll get more into making love when I'm older. But I want to be someone who is respected by everybody." But since then, Bieber gradually altered his artistry, with Peter Geekas of E! Online describing PYD as sexed up, while In Touch Weekly magazine said that his song with Major Ali and Juicy J Lolly might make his fans a bit uncomfortable because of its lyrics that refer to oral sex. In 2015, Bieber released the EDM-fueled album Purpose, where he collaborated notably with Skrillex, and explored serious themes such as life experiences, through feel-good music. Influences. Bieber has cited Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, The Beatles, Boyz II Men, Justin Timberlake, Stevie Wonder, Tupac, Usher and Kanye West as his musical inspirations. In 2012, Bieber said, "Music is music, and I'm definitely influenced by Michael Jackson and Boyz II Men and people who were black artists. That's what I like." Believe was influenced by Timberlake, for which Bieber was trying to create a new sound that people aren't really used to hearing, like when did Future Sex/Love sounds. It was a new sound, acoustic guitar over hard drums. Voice. Bieber initially sang with a boy-soprano voice, before his voice broke, as was evidenced during the debut performance of Pray at the 2010 American Music Awards. Shawn Michaels of The Guardian described puberty as the biggest threat to his career at the time. Jody Rosen commented that Bieber sings with swing and rhythmic dexterity on his debut album, noting his tone to be nasal. Bieber started to receive voice coaching from Jan Smith in 2008. As an adult singer, Bieber's voice type is tenor, with the vocal range spanning from the baritone A2 to the high tenor F5. In a review of his Purpose album, Neil McCormick of the Daily Telegraph complimented his soft, supple, and seductive singing. Caroline Sullivan of The Guardian also praised Bieber's affectedly breathy voice, noting that the voice soon palls, but the songs are often interesting. Business ventures and endorsements. In 2010, Bieber signed a deal with Proactive. In the same year, Bieber partnered with Nicole by OPI to launch a nail polish line, the One Less Lonely Girl collection, which sold exclusively in Walmart. Bieber's nail polish line sold 1 million bottles less than 2 months after its release. Bieber endorsed Adidas, beside Derrick Rose and Venus Williams, in 2012. He became the new face and body of Calvin Klein in early 2015. Entertainment Tonight reported that Bieber had used MYOX, a dietary supplement, in preparation for the photo shoot. Bieber was criticized for hyping the latest miracle supplement MYOX to his 59 million Twitter fans. In June 2015, Bieber teamed up with Starshop, a new shopping app launched by Kevin Harrington. Bieber endorses Beats by Dre, Elizabeth Arden, and Best Buy. Bieber has been credited with boosting the careers of other singers such as Carly Rae Jepsen and Madison Beer when he tweeted about them. He has released 4 fragrances. He launched his debut fragrance, Someday, in 2011. It grossed more than $3 million in sales, at Macy's, in just under 3 weeks, which industry experts regard as a successful celebrity-led launch. On the heels of that 2011 bestseller, he launched his second fragrance, Girlfriend, in June 2012. His third fragrance, The Key, was launched in July 2013, and his latest fragrance, Justin Bieber Collector's Edition, launched in 2014. In January 2019, Bieber launched his own clothing line, Drew, and has various items, all with either the smiley face logo or simply Drew written across the front. Bieber trademarked the name for his company in February 2018. In September 2019, after a year-long collaboration with Schmidt's Natural CEO, Michael Camerata, Bieber released his deodorant line, Here and Now. In October 2020, Bieber released limited edition of the Crocs X Justin Bieber Clog, a collaboration with Crocs brand. The design pulls from the classic clog range as well as Bieber's signature yellow from his personal clothing brand, Drew. It sold across select Crocs and partner e-commerce channels, and also sold at Crocs retail stores in China and South Korea as well as on Bieber Clothing Line's website. In fall 2021, Justin Bieber worked with Tim Hortons to launch a specialty version of Timbits known as Timbiebs. CNN credited the promotion's role in contributing to an increase in Tim Hortons sales by 10.3% in the fourth quarter of 2021. On February 7, 2022, Bieber starred in Balenciaga's first 2022 campaign alongside Kim Kardashian and Isabel Huppert. In April 2022, Italian brand Vespa revealed its collaboration with a new limited edition of its famed scooter curated by Bieber. The Justin Bieber X Vespa is modeled on a Piaggio Sprint base available in 50, 100, and 100 cubic centimeters guise. In May 2022, Bieber and Tim Hortons partnered once again in a new collaboration called the Biebs Brew, a French vanilla cold brew, which will be available in the beginning June 6 in Canada and the US. Public image. General. Usher commented that while he and Bieber were both signed at the same age, I had the chance to ramp up my success, where this has happened to Bieber abruptly. As a result, when he was younger, Usher, Braun, Bieber's bodyguard, and other adults surrounding Bieber constantly coached him on handling fame and his public image. After signing Bieber, Usher appointed one of his former assistants, Ryan Good, to be Bieber's road manager and stylist. Good, once nicknamed Bieber's swagger coach, created a streetwise look for the singer which consisted of baseball caps, hoodies, dog chains, and flashy sneakers. Amy Kaufman of the Los Angeles Times comments, though a product of a middle-class suburban upbringing in Stratford, Ontario, Bieber's manner of dress and speech suggest he's mimicking his favorite rappers. In 2013, Bieber said he was very influenced by black culture, but he neither thought of it as black or white nor tried to act or pose in a certain way. To him, it was a lifestyle like a suaveness or a swag. Bieber was often featured in teen magazines such as Tiger Beat, and has been labeled a teen heartthrob. In 2010, he was frequently criticized for looking and sounding younger than his age, and the following year for an androgynous appearance, which had been commonly noted in the media, including his appearance on the cover of Love magazine's Androgyny issue in 2011. His signature wings hairstyle at the time brought much attention, in particular. His teen pop music, image, and the media attention he receives have additionally been criticized. He has been a target of internet bloggers and message board posters, especially users of the internet message board 4chan and of YouTube. Nick Collins of the Daily Telegraph said that Bieber's character appears to strike a particularly sour note with his internet critics who have questioned his manner of speech, among other things. During 2013-2014, Bieber's teen heartthrob and clean-cut image was drastically threatened due to several controversial events surrounding him. Notable controversies during this period include him abandoning his pet monkey in Germany, vomiting on stage, being videoed by his friend as he urinated in a bucket and yelled "Fuck Bill Clinton," wearing a gas mask in public, being involved in an explicit image with a stripper, and allegedly assaulting his bodyguard and a limo driver. Bieber's uncle, Brad Bieber, said that his troublesome behavior was caused by his breakup with Selena Gomez. In its March 2014 edition, Rolling Stone put Bieber on its cover alongside the title Bad Boy. In the same year, Bieber claimed to have changed his name to simply Bizzle. During the Bizzle phase, Bieber donned a quiff and often wore thick gold chains and baseball caps. In his early 20s, especially after the release of Purpose in 2015, Bieber's public image changed again in a more positive light as he was involved in less controversy. He notably had bleached blonde hair and often wore rock-branded t-shirts, including Marilyn Manson and Kurt Cobain t-shirts, flannel shirts, denim jackets, and ripped jeans. He also wore kilts, a trend of 1990s fashion, on several occasions. Vogue remarked that his fashion during this period was reminiscent of grunge fashion during the 1990s. After his marriage in 2018, Bieber's persona continued to change. As his fan base got older and he got married, he transitioned away from the teenage heartthrob image, taking on a more mature personality and a more soft-spoken style of speech. In an interview with Vogue in February 2019, Bieber said that he would laugh at his past self. Wax statues of Bieber with the hairstyle from his early career are on display at the Madame Tussauds wax museums in New York City, London, and Amsterdam. In 2018, Steps to Stardom, an exhibit on Bieber's early career, opened in his hometown of Stratford, Ontario at the Stratford Perth Museum, offering a collection of mementos from his formative years and rise to international stardom. The items on display include a professional drum kit he owned as a younger child, his Grammy Award, microphones, his Stratford Warriors hockey jacket, and personal letters, including one from Michelle Obama. Bieber made a number of visits to the museum. Steps to Stardom was originally scheduled to close in October 2018, but the board of the museum extended its stay for at least another year after the exhibit broke attendance records set by its Anne Frank House exhibit in 2015. In 2011, at age 17 and within just 2 years of his professional music career, Bieber was named amongst the Time 100 World's Most Influential People list and was ranked number 2 on the Forbes Highest Paid Celebrities Under 30 list. He went on to be included on the Forbes annual list 5 more times, in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2016 and 2017. YouTube and Span Twitter/Span. None. Personal life. As Bieber resides in the United States, he is reported to possess an O1 visa for temporary resident status, based on extraordinary ability or achievement in a field. Bieber has said he is not interested in obtaining U.S. citizenship, and has praised Canada as being the best country in the world, citing its mostly government-funded healthcare system as a model example. However, in September 2018, TMZ reported that Bieber had begun the process of becoming an American citizen, following his marriage to Hailey Baldwin. Bieber owns a $25.8 million home in Beverly Hills as well as a lakeside home in Ontario. Relationships. Bieber's father, Jeremy Bieber, is a former carpenter and pro-am mixed martial artist. In March 2014, Rolling Stone characterized Jeremy as having split with Justin's mom when Justin was a toddler, and wasn't always around afterward. But he has, as of late, accepted a place of honor in his superstar son's entourage. From 2008 to 2009, Bieber was in a relationship with Caitlin Beatles, the two remained friends, and Beatles attended Bieber's wedding. From December 2010 to March 2018, Bieber was in an on-again, off-again relationship with singer and actress Selena Gomez. In an interview on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Bieber stated that some of his songs including Sorry, Mark My Words, and What Do You Mean, are about his relationship with Gomez. From August to December 2016, he was linked to model Sophia Richie. Bieber became engaged to model Hailey Baldwin on July 7, 2018. They had briefly dated from December 2015 to January 2016 before splitting, then reconciled in June 2018. Bieber and Baldwin reportedly obtained a marriage license in September 2018, leading to reports that they had a civil marriage. On September 14, 2018, Baldwin stated on Twitter that she and Bieber had not yet married, but deleted the tweet afterward. On November 23, 2018, Bieber stated he was married to Baldwin. Bieber and Baldwin had an official ceremony in Bluffton, South Carolina, on September 30, 2019. Beliefs. Bieber has described himself as a faithful Christian, said he communicates with God via prayer, and that he's the reason I'm here. He reflected his faith in a music video with Brandon Burke, titled Number I Pledge, in which he talks about God's forgiveness. Bieber was baptized on January 9, 2014, by Pentecostal pastor Carl Lentz of Hillsong Church, New York, after a born-again experience. He has described Lentz as a good friend. However, following allegations of abuse about Lentz from his former nanny, Bieber stated Hillsong is not his church and that he was now a part of Chick Home. When asked how he wants to raise his children, Bieber said, "I'm a Jesus follower. When you accept Jesus, you walk with the Holy Spirit. I just want to be led by the Holy Spirit." Many of Bieber's tattoos have religious significance, including the medium-sized cross on his chest and a tiny cross under his eye. Bieber also covered up the Son of God text tattooed on his abdomen with a large design that features 2 angels, Gothic arches, a skeleton, and a serpent. On July 24, 2021, Bieber led worship with gospel singers Carrie Job and Cody Carnes during the Freedom Experience at Sophie Stadium. The trio performed The Blessing. Regarding sexual abstinence, Bieber told music magazine Rolling Stone in 2011, "I don't think you should have sex with anyone unless you love them." He added that he does not believe in abortion, and that it is like killing a baby. When asked about the case of abortion with regard to rape, however, he said, "I guess I haven't been in that position, so I wouldn't be able to judge that." However, in 2022, amidst Roe v. Wade being overturned, both Bieber and his wife expressed disapproval, with Bieber posting on his Instagram story stating, "For what it's worth, I think women should have the choice what to do with their own bodies." His view on sexual orientation is quoted as "everyone's own decision," and he has contributed to the It Gets Better project, a non-profit group aiming to prevent suicide among LGBT youth. Philanthropy. Bieber supports Pencils of Promise, a charity founded by Adam Braun, the younger brother of Bieber's manager. The organization builds schools in developing countries, and Bieber became manager for the organization's campaign in Guatemala. He serves as a celebrity spokesman for the organization by running ads for the charity and its campaign Schools for All. He promises to visit schools that donate the most funds to the organization. He takes part in the charity's fundraising galas and donates parts of the proceeds from his concerts and Someday line of fragrances, and various merchandising to the charity. In 2010, Bieber supported a campaign for people for the ethical treatment of animals by urging fans to adopt abandoned pets from shelters. Bieber donated his hair to Ellen DeGeneres during his appearance in her talk show The Ellen DeGeneres Show in March 2011. His hair sold on eBay for more than $40,000 and the proceeds benefited the animal rescue charity, The Gentle Barn. Following the earthquake and tsunami in Japan in March 2011, Bieber donated proceeds from his concerts in Japan to Japanese Red Cross in May 2011. In December 2011, Bieber donated $100,000 to Whitney Elementary School in Las Vegas to provide students from low-income families. Bieber supported Charity Water, a non-profit that brings potable drinking water to people in developing countries. On his birthday in 2011 and 2012, he launched his campaign to urge his followers to donate on Twitter. Bieber was named Top Charitable Celeb of 2011 by American news aggregator and blog HuffPost. In 2013, Bieber launched his online Number Give Back Philippines campaign for helping the victims of Typhoon Haiyan and traveled to the Philippines after raising $3 million. His work in the country earned him a star on the Philippine Walk of Fame. He also supports Children's Miracle Network Hospitals and Alzheimer's Association. In September 2017, Bieber donated $25,000 to the American Red Cross to help people in Texas after the severe destruction caused by Hurricane Harvey. On February 7, 2020, Bieber donated $100,000 to Julie Coker, a 22-year-old fan who works in mental health awareness. Coker revealed that her own past struggles with mental health motivated her to work for mental health. She praised Bieber by saying, "Has a big following, so if he has a good message about mental health, hopefully everybody else will want to start thinking about mental health in a different way." In February 2020, Bieber made a donation to Beijing Chunmiao Children Aid Foundation in China to support COVID-19 relief. Bieber and Ariana Grande collaborated on the single Stuck With You, released in May 2020 as the first of series of singles coordinated by entertainment executive Scooter Braun, who is also Bieber's manager, to support the COVID-19 pandemic. All net proceeds from the song went to the First Responders Children's Foundation to fund grants and scholarships for children of first responders and healthcare workers who worked on the front lines during the pandemic. By August 2021, the single had raised over $3,500,000. In September 2020, Bieber and Chance the Rapper announced that they've partnered with Cash App and will donate $250,000 to fans who are struggling during the pandemic. In March 2021, Bieber visited the California State Prison in Los Angeles County along with his wife Haley and Pastor Judah Smith at the invitation of Scott Budnick. Bieber met with inmates involved in the Urban Ministry Institute and expressed support for Budnick's anti-recidivism coalition. During the visit, Bieber committed to provide buses to transport relatives of the inmates who have been unable to see them due to the COVID-19 pandemic in California. Bieber described his visit to the prison as a life-changing experience that I will never forget. Legal issues and controversies. Bieber had several run-ins with the law around the world before his first arrest in 2014, including when he was accused of reckless driving in his neighborhood in 2012, and charged in Brazil with vandalism in 2013. One of his neighbors in Calabasas, California, accused Bieber of throwing eggs at his home on January 9, 2014, and causing thousands of dollars of damage. On January 23, 2014, Bieber was arrested in Miami Beach, Florida, together with singer Khalil, on suspicion of driving under the influence, driving with an over 6-month expired license, and resisting arrest without violence. Police said that Bieber told authorities he had consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and taken prescription drugs. He was released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC and the anti-anxiety medication Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest. However, in January 2021, he reflected on this event, describing it as not finest hour and encouraging fans to let the forgiveness of Jesus take over and watch your life blossom into all that God has designed you to be. Following Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration declined substantive comment on the petition. Immigration law expert Harlan York noted that the likelihood of Bieber being deported was extremely slim. York stated, "About a decade ago, the Supreme Court ruled that driving under the influence, typically, is not a basis to deport someone." In April 2013, Bieber was criticized for writing a message in the guest book at the Anne Frank house which read, "Truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne was a great girl. Hopefully she would have been a Belieber." After the message was posted on the museum's Facebook page, Bieber received widespread criticism on social media for perceived insensitivity and narcissism. The Anne Frank house defended Bieber, stating, "He's 19. It's a crazy life he's living. He didn't mean bad. He was very interested in the story of Anne Frank and stayed for over an hour. We hope that his visit will inspire his fans to learn more about her life and hopefully read the diary." On July 9, 2014, Bieber was charged with one misdemeanor count of vandalism in California for throwing eggs at his Calabasas neighbor's home in January. Police earlier claimed that they had video footage of him high-fiving friends after the eggs were thrown. With him pleading no contest to the charge, the Los Angeles County Superior Court sentenced him on July 9 to pay $80,900 in restitution, serve 2 years probation, complete 12 weeks of anger management, and 5 days of community service in what the district attorney termed a negotiated settlement. Since then, he has permanently moved to Beverly Hills, California. On August 13, 2014, the January DUI case was settled with a plea bargain. Bieber pleaded guilty to resisting an officer without violence and a lesser charge of driving without due care and attention. He was fined $500 and sentenced to attend a 12-hour anger management course and a program that teaches the impact of drunken driving on victims. As part of the plea bargain, he made a $50,000 contribution to Our Kids, a local children's charity. On September 1, 2014, Bieber was arrested and charged with assault and dangerous driving near his hometown of Stratford, Ontario, after a collision between a minivan and Bieber's all-terrain vehicle on August 29. Ontario police said that he then engaged in a physical altercation with an occupant of the minivan. He was released shortly and his lawyer blamed the incident on the unwelcome presence of paparazzi. On September 8, Toronto dropped an assault charge against him originally brought up on January 29 for an incident with a limousine driver in December 2013. In November 2014, he was ordered to appear in Argentina within 60 days by a Buenos Aires court to give testimony on an alleged assault on a photographer on November 9, 2013. When he failed to do so, an arrest warrant was issued and 2 of his bodyguards were released in Argentina in April 2015. In June 2014, a video emerged of a 15-year-old Bieber telling a joke about black people, which used the word nigger multiple times. In the same month, a second video showed a 15-year-old Bieber giggling as he croons his song One Less Lonely Girl, but parodying the main lyric as One Less Lonely Nigger, and stating that if he were to kill one, he would be part of the KKK. He apologized the day the latter was released. Facing my mistakes from years ago has been one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with. In July 2017, the Chinese government banned Bieber from performing in China. A Chinese Bieber fan contacted the Beijing Municipal Bureau of Culture requesting the reason for the ban. The bureau released a statement, explaining Justin Bieber is a gifted singer, but he is also a controversial young foreign singer, and in order to maintain order in the Chinese market and purify the Chinese performance environment, it is not suitable to bring in badly behaved entertainers. In 2021, Chinese streaming sites Youku, IQIYI, and Tencent Video removed Bieber's scenes in Friends, the reunion donning Ross Geller's iconic Sputnik costume. In June 2020, Bieber was accused of sexual assault by an anonymous woman, merely known as Danielle, who claimed on Twitter that the singer had made non-consensual sexual acts at a Four Seasons hotel in Austin, Texas in March 2014 while with then-girlfriend Selena Gomez. The woman claimed that she had been inspired to tell her story by Twitter user It's Gabby, who had accused actor Ansel Elgort of sexual assault the week prior. In a series of tweets, Bieber denied all the allegations, stating that sexual abuse is something I don't take lightly. He provided proof that he was not present in the location within the time that the alleged incident took place, dismissing all allegations. On March 23, 2022, Bieber dropped the $20 million lawsuit against the 2 Twitter users. Health. Bieber has struggled with mental health issues, particularly depression and anxiety, at various points during his career. He has generally been open about these issues. In his American YouTube docu-series Seasons, the singer opened up about his struggles with addiction with frequent consumption of lean pills such as MDMA, and hallucinogenic mushrooms in early stages of his career. In January 2020, Bieber announced on his Instagram that he had been diagnosed with Lyme disease. He also revealed that he had infectious mononucleosis, which affected his neurological and overall health. In February 2022, it was reported that Bieber had tested positive for COVID-19, 2 days after embarking on his 4th concert tour, Justice World Tour. In June of the same year, Bieber announced that he had been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome type 2 and that half of his face was paralyzed. He cancelled and postponed concerts and appearances due to the condition, but returned to live performances in late July. In September, 2 days after the first concert in Latin America as part of the Rock in Rio festival, it was announced that all remaining dates of the tour would be suspended due to Bieber prioritizing his health. In a statement shared on social media, the singer said that after getting off stage, the exhaustion overtook me and I realized that I need to make my health the priority right now. So I'm going to take a break from touring for the time being. I'm going to be okay, but I need time to rest and get better. Legacy. Bieber has enjoyed pop stardom for over a decade and has been referred to as the Prince of Pop and the King of Teen Pop by contemporary journalists. Highlighting his longevity, he was awarded the MTV Award for Best New Artist in 2010 and the MTV Award for Artist of the Year in 2021. Rolling Stone India referred to him as the biggest pop star of our age, one of the most captivating artists of the century and one of the world's most successful artists of all time. Bieber is often cited as a pop icon, or simply an icon. In a 2011 article comparing the cultural significance of Bieber to Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, the Orlando Sentinel said that, out of all the cultural icons who influence and inspire today's society, Justin Bieber is without a doubt one of the most prominent. He is generally credited as an important figure of the relationship between social media and music, which rose to prominence in the late 2000s. Variety dubbed him a once-in-a-generation superstar who charted a swift and stunning rise from precocious YouTube talent to global phenomenon. In an article titled How Justin Bieber Revolutionized Careers in the Music Industry by The Guardian, Tom Fazaker-Lee says that social media has transformed the way people, brands, and musicians communicate. The likes of MySpace and even more so YouTube have enabled budding artists to put their music out to a massive audience at the click of a finger. This has taken down the barriers to the music industry and reshaped the career path for budding artists. Nowadays you can be your own artist, producer, and promoter, and if you do this well, like Justin Bieber, you can really make it. At age 15, following the release of his 2009 singles One Time and One Less Lonely Girl, Bieber's immediate popularity led him to appear on the likes of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, The Wendy Williams Show and Good Morning America. He had achieved a global fandom whom came to be known as Beliebers, and his popularity was labeled Bieber Fever, with fan frenzies taking place in Liverpool, Barcelona, and Paris, among other territories. Notably, it was revealed in 2020 that renowned singer Billie Eilish was nearly sent to therapy by her mother Maggie Baird due to her obsession with Bieber. Bieber's intense fandom was considered to be reminiscent of Beatlemania, and his signature wings hairstyle at the time also drew comparisons to the Beatles' mop-top hairstyle. Bieber's adoration from teenage girls was also likened to those of Frank Sinatra in the 1940s and Elvis Presley in the 1950s. Bieber maintained his global popularity during his transition to adulthood, achieving increased artistic recognition and credit in the process. In respect to Bieber's success as a teenager to a young adult, Variety said that Bieber is arguably the first mega-pop star to come of age entirely in the social media era and also called him an internet icon. The Conversation's Joe Adetunji said that Bieber is one of the most successful pop singers of recent years. Regarding his EDM-driven album Purpose, which reached beyond the moment and trends of that period according to Adetunji, Adetunji argued that Bieber should be considered a serious creative artist. Adetunji compared the album to Madonna's Ray of Light, Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill and Justin Timberlake's Future Sex/Love Sounds. Hugh McIntyre of Forbes said about Bieber that, "You may love him, you may hate him, but no matter how you feel about him, nobody can argue that Justin Bieber hasn't conquered the pop world. The Grammy winner can turn essentially any track into a smash, and nobody can sell a single like he can these days." Also calling Bieber an unstoppable force in music, McIntyre lauded Bieber for achieving success in various genres, including R&B, electronic dance, hip-hop, and Latin. At age 19, Bieber received the fan-voted Special Milestone Award at the 2013 Billboard Music Awards in recognition for being a creative artist who broke boundaries with his contribution to the musical landscape at the time, beating the likes of Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars to the award. Bieber and his work have influenced various recording artists including Shawn Mendes, Why Don't We, Johnny Orlando, and Niall Horan. Singers Dua Lipa and Charlie Puth have stated that they were influenced by the discovery of Bieber on YouTube, which inspired them to achieve the same achievements. Throughout his career, Bieber has sold an estimated 150 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling music artists of all time. In 2011, Bieber was honored with a star in front of Avon Theatre in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, where he used to busk when he was younger. On November 23, 2012, Bieber was presented with the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal by the former Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper. He was one of 60,000 Canadians to receive the Diamond Jubilee Medal that year. In 2013, Bieber received a Diamond Award from the Recording Industry Association of America for his single Baby, which at the time became the highest certified digital single of all time. Bieber is credited with 3 Diamond certified singles from the RIAA for Baby, Sorry, and Despacito. Bieber has won 2 Grammy Awards out of 22 nominations, 1 Latin Grammy Award, 8 Juno Awards, 2 Brit Awards, 26 Billboard Music Awards, and numerous fan-voted accolades, which include 18 American Music Awards, 23 Teen Choice Awards, 8 iHeartRadio Music Awards, and 6 MTV Video Music Awards. He has also won a record 21 MTV Europe Music Awards. All of Bieber's studio albums are certified platinum or higher by the RIAA and have received numerous accolades. He is the youngest solo artist to have 8 US #1 albums, a record held by Elvis Presley since 1965. Bieber is the first artist to have 10 songs surpass 1 billion streams each in Spotify history. Following the release of his 4th studio album Purpose, Bieber set major milestones globally. He became the first artist, since Elvis Presley in 2005, to replace his own song as #1 on the UK singles chart. He is the first artist in history to occupy the entire top 3 of the UK singles chart. He achieved this feat as Love Yourself, Sorry and What Do You Mean, charted at positions 1, 2, and 3 simultaneously. The singles also peaked at #1 in the US, making Bieber the first male artist since Justin Timberlake in 2007 to have 3 #1s from an album. He also became the first solo artist to chart 3 solo songs in the top 5 of the US Billboard Hot 100 simultaneously, and the first as a lead act since the Beatles in 1964. Love Yourself topped Billboard's year-end Hot 100 chart in 2016, followed by Sorry at #2, and made Bieber only the 3rd artist in history to hold the top 2 positions of the Billboard year-end Hot 100, after the Beatles in 1964 and Usher in 2004. As of 2021, Bieber has set 33 Guinness World Records, which include 8 that were achieved from the success of his album Purpose and was featured in the 2017 edition. These records included the most streamed track on Spotify in 1 week, the most streamed album on Spotify in 1 week, the most simultaneous tracks on the US Billboard Hot 100, and the most simultaneous new entries on the US Billboard Hot 100 by a solo artist, among others. Bieber has attained notable success on numerous Billboard charts both in the United States and globally. 8 singles by Bieber have topped the US Billboard Hot 100, his most recent being Stay. He is the first artist in history to chart new #1 singles in consecutive weeks on the Hot 100. He is the youngest male soloist to debut at #1 in the US. He is also the youngest male soloist to spend 200 cumulative weeks in the top 10 of the Hot 100. He is the first male soloist to simultaneously debut a song and an album at #1 in the US. He is also the first male soloist to spend 59 consecutive weeks in the top 10 of the Hot 100. Bieber is the first artist in history to reach #1 on 7 multi-metric Billboard charts: Hot 100, Hot Country Songs, Hot Dance/Electronic Songs, hot Latin songs, hot R&B songs, hot R&B/hip hop songs, and hot rap songs. His hit single Despacito has spent the most weeks at number 1 on Billboard's Hot Latin Songs chart and is ranked as the greatest Latin song of all time by Billboard. He is the artist with the most number 1 debuts, most number 1 singles, and the most cumulative weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Canadian Hot 100 chart. Bieber is the solo artist with the most cumulative weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Social 50 chart. He was named the number 1 artist on Billboard's Decade and Social 50 chart for the 2010s. Bieber was named the greatest pop star of 2016 by Billboard. He was also Billboard's year-end top male artist for 2016 and placed number 7 on the magazine's Decade and Top Artists chart for the 2010s. The magazine also ranked him 55th on the Greatest of All-Time Artists and 38th on the Greatest of All-Time Hot 100 Artists charts respectively. Discography. Studio albums: My World 2.0, Under the Mistletoe, Believe, Purpose, Changes, Justice. Filmography. Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. Justin Bieber's Believe. Zoolander 2. Justin Bieber, Seasons. Justin Bieber, Our World. Tours. Urban Behavior Tour. My World Tour. Believe Tour. Purpose World Tour. Justice World Tour.